Hey there, welcome to Izzo's place. It's a little bit late on a Toolsday, so unfortunately I can't be making any noise at the construction site that I'm living at right now. We don't want to wake up anyone. But I at least wanted to give you an overview of the router. You might have saw the short that I put out earlier in the day where I unboxed a DeWalt Cordless router. So I figured I'd go ahead and take you through some of the features of this. So for a cordless router, it's got a lot of power. For a while I was kind of hung up on wanted to keep using corded routers. I have some nice Makitas at the shop up north, and just didn't feel like the cordless stuff had the power. But I do feel that they've come a long way with the technology, and I'm sure the other brands are doing well too, the Makitas, the Milwaukees. But of course, you know me, I just need one battery system, so you're seeing DeWalt on here for a while. But it takes the 20 volt. We can also take the flex bolt, which will allow it to run a lot faster, or a lot longer rather. So it's got a soft cover on the switch, protected from dust and such. So basically just on and off, that's what you got. Of course, we've got a speed dial here too. I believe there's 7 speeds. Yeah, 7 speeds. But I'll tell you what, I rarely take it off the 7. It just seems to work out for what I want to do. So it's got a interesting shaped plate. So rounded, so that way you can get close to things. If you're routing somewhere and there's like a wall, you know, that'll get you pretty close to what you're routing. But then it's also got this nice flat part, so you can use that to put a little bit of pressure down if you need. You could also put it up against a straight edge and run it in that fashion. So right now I've got a rabbiting bit in there, but really the router is only limited by what bits you can put, what cutters you can put in there, and your imagination. So this is just a real simple put a rabbit in something, put a groove in something. But there's so much that you could put in there, hundreds, perhaps thousands of different router bits you could buy and put in there. So to adjust it, one thing I do really like about this, to adjust it, you unlock it like that, and then you twist this to raise or lower it. So it just seems like a really nice way. You can kind of like go as slow as you need, dial it into right where you need to be. So I like that. But if you ever need to take the whole collar off in order to change the bit, you unlock this, and then there's these buttons. It's hard to see black on black, but it's got buttons on the side. It's got 2 of them. So you squeeze those, and then the whole thing slides off. So your ring stays in place. You know, that'll spin freely. And then what this has is it's got 2 studs in here. One there. I've either worn them down or broken one of them off. But anyway, if those were working, you could see how well loved this router is. So if those studs were working, and they must stick out just enough to still catch, but they go into that channel there and that channel there. To change the bit on this, got a nice big friendly yellow button there. Push the button in and turn this until, and I don't have the battery in, so we're being safe. And you turn it till that stops. And then you put the proper sized wrench on this. And honestly, I probably lost the one that came with it, so I usually just use a crescent wrench. And take that off, slide the bit out. When you put the new bit in, I like to drop it all the way in, and then I just back it off roughly a 1/16 of an inch. I just feel like you shouldn't have that thing all the way in. I don't know why I feel that way, but I back it off a 1/16 of an inch, tighten that back down, and then finally you can let go of the button. Now, 99% sure, yeah. So it's got LED lights here, which is really nice. Illuminate your workspace while you're routing. Okay, so then to put it back on when we're ready, so the friendly button goes in the window, just an easy way to remember. And then it snaps into our twist ring, and then we're free to adjust it again. All right, so I wanted to get this out for Toolsday. I know I can't make enough noise to really show you processes with the router, but what we'll do is with some of these tools, we'll do an in-depth study of different things you can do with the tools, different adapters, and they even have shrouds for collecting dust. So we'll get into all that in a future video. But for now, I just wanted to have something to match the unboxing we did, and to give you just a real quick tour of just some simple aspects of that router. And then, like I said, in a future video, we'll get into some techniques. Well, thanks for hanging out. This is probably the shortest Tools day in a while. But if you're working, work safely. If you're drinking whiskey, drink responsibly. But do everything with a little bit of whimsy, and you're going to have a good time. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time you're hanging out at Izzo's place.